but I want you to find which adjective speaks for you. I want to show you this morning that if God picked to put Peter on his boat, called his will coming to pass, if he can use Peter, number one, you have to understand God can use the who in me. I didn't get the response I thought I was going to get right there. Because, watch this, when you know God is shifting you to your place of purpose, the most noise will always come from those who are behind you. They will always try to remind you of who you used to be. And if you turn around and pay attention to them, you're going to miss the one who's ahead of you telling you, come. If Peter would have listened to the people who were behind him and his family, he would have never been able to see Jesus out on the ocean saying, Peter, come. Is it anybody in this church today who got a witness in your spirit that there are people behind me, around me, who are trying to distract me from getting what God's calling for me to get to? But I'm out too far on the waters now, and I can hear my Savior saying, you who come. I need somebody that feel like God is calling them right now to say, Lord, I'm that who, I'm that who, I'm that who, I'm that who. With God, it doesn't matter what you've done, but it matters what you want. I said, with God, it doesn't matter what you've done. It matters what you want. Because what you want will always speak of who you want. Peter cut his ear off, the soldier's ear off, because he wanted to protect his Savior. Peter cut his ear off because he was trying to protect the who of his Savior. So a lot of times, people will demonize you for doing what God's called for you to do to make you feel like what you're doing is not of God. They try to discourage you because they don't want to do it, and they know if you keep doing it, you're going to pass them. So they have no authority to stop you, but what they can do is try to discourage you. They try to call Peter every kind of name you can think of. But Peter knew that if God be for me, no system, no power, no force, no evilness, no wickedness can be against me. Can I find at least 5 people in this place today that know if God be for me, nobody can be against me? 1,000 may fall at my right, 10,000 at my left, but it will not come nigh my dwelling. They may be killing everybody else in Birmingham, but as for me and my house, so number one, we see that God picked the who in Peter to place him in his text to bring his will to pass. Number two, we have to see that now God gives authority to Peter to pick who he wants to go on his boat. Somebody say the who. Look at verses 1 through 2. Afterward, Jesus appeared again to his disciples by the Sea of Galilee. It happened this way. Simon Peter, Thomas, also known as Didymus, and Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and the 2 other disciples were together. Somebody say together. Now, if you notice on the screen, I highlighted the names in red, because you may have seen this text in the past, but you've never identified with the who that was in this text, and the who that's in this text was the who that Peter picked to be on his boat. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Say, preach, pass. Are y'all with me? So the first who we see is Jesus appears to the disciples. Come on. How many of you know, no matter how bad your situation is, all it takes is one appearance of Jesus, and that whole thing got to turn around. Number 2, we see Peter on the boat. Number 3, we see Thomas. Number 4, we see Nathanael. And we see the 2 sons of Zebedee, that's 6. And we see, watch this, 2 other disciples who the text doesn't mention. Somebody say, work that text, man. Say, work it. Watch this. Everybody, my God, I couldn't wait to get here to preach this word. Couldn't sleep last night. Okay. Okay, calm down, calm down. Are you with me? We see Peter on the boat, Thomas, Nathaniel, Zebedee, 2 sons, and 2 other disciples who weren't mentioned. But now I want to talk to you really quick from point 2 about the what to shift it. Say the what. Look at verse 3, right there on the screen before you. It says, Peter says, I'm going out to fish. Simon Peter told them. Who said it? Peter. What is Peter's name? Stability, right? Stability says, I'm going out to fish. Peter is a proven fisherman who has proven that in the past, his business was lucrative. Peter wasn't just a leader who had a lot of talk. He was a leader that led through his actions. When your life has weight on it, you ain't got to say nothing. When you start going, people that's following you just follow you. So people are like, you know what, man, I'm just about to go out and go fishing, man. I'm just about to go fishing. So those that he picked to be on his boat said, well, guess what? If you're going, I'm going. Because they knew wherever Peter went, the Savior was. Are you surrounding yourself with people who you know the Lord's favors on? You got to connect yourself with people who have proven that they literally have a heart to do what God's called for them to do, because you know, and getting connected to them, it's inevitable that God will also bring production in your life also. We appoint who gets on the boat. Now, point 2, we see that they tell Peter, we will follow. So in point 1, Peter had to pick. But point 2, they're saying, Peter, you picked us. We're not going to sit here and go into discussion with you. Peter, why you want to go fishing? It's nighttime. This ain't the best time. No, you don't argue with people who God's about to connect you to, who have already proven their success. You just submit to them in this season. That was too deep. It amazes me how we say we want God to bring shift in our lives, but God connect us to the right people, but when he connect us, we try to tell them how to lead. Can you imagine them right here in this text saying, okay, Peter, you going fishing? I know you picked us to be on the boat, but we'll be right here on the shore waiting for you when you get back. We'll see when you get back, Peter. If they would have did that, I can see Peter now. I tell you what, all right, when you get back, you can stay right here, but my boat ain't coming back to the same spot. My boat's going to be shifted to another dock. Because this dock that I'm leaving from, notice now, if you've ever gone fishing, you have to go to a dock that's able to handle the size of your boat. How Peter's boat left the dock wasn't the same as how it was going to return back to the dock. So if they would have stayed there and said, Peter, you can go, but we'll wait for you when you get back, they would have missed their overflow. No, this is too much. I need some haulers. If you can dance, dance. If you can't dance, just sleep. Whatever you do, let everything that got breath, that got a word, that got shift, get ready to give God some praise. Get ready to give God some praise. My situation was dead. It was stale. It was stagnant. It was still. It was antiquated. It wasn't moving. It was the same. And I've been crying, asking God to turn it around. God said, stop asking me to turn it around. I gave you a word today. You need to take the net and you turn it around. On the count of 3, I want some real haulers to help me give hell a fit. Because what the devil meant for bad, God kept me, and God's about to use it for our good. 1, 2, 3, hold it in.
I gotta praise, and I gotta let it out. I gotta praise.
Hey, I gotta praise.
I gotta praise, I gotta praise. I gotta praise.
Hey, get that praise.
I gotta praise. I gotta praise, and I gotta let it out. I gotta praise.
I gotta praise. I gotta praise. I gotta praise.